Hey, you guys. It's Friday. I'm sitting outside again just because it is too amazing to be indoors. I look at this day and I know we still have a lot of pressure and a lot of things that are causing us some anguish, and we're agitated by this isolation that never seems to end. But wow, this is a day. How could I be a complainer on this day? May you join me in being a complimenter that God, thank you for this magnificent day. I can't find a thing to complain about. The second chapter of Philippians tells us that we ought to adopt, to embrace, to immerse ourselves in the attitude of Christ, to replace our attitude with the attitude of Christ, and to reflect the personality of Christ in our world. I know you hear that from me a lot, but you can't imagine what spiritual dilemmas and what personally, emotionally, and mentally frustrating situations in your life could be solved by simply embracing and immersing ourselves in the personality of Jesus the Christ. A couple sentences later in the second chapter of Philippians, it says to do what we do without complaining, without grumbling. And you know, sometimes we humans, we find immense pleasure and immense joy in being critical and complaining, in particular if it's about others, if it's about the wrongdoings of others. And yet, our Bibles tell us this isn't right. I think this time of isolation is a good time for us to ponder on our state of being, if you would. See, we're all stuck at home, and we're all going to be getting agitated. We're all going to be stuck with somebody crabby in front of us and somebody crabby behind us in the line at the Walmart, at the Pig, at Marvin's, at wherever it is you go. And probably some of you have about had enough of the family closeness for a while. You're ready to get out a bit and grab some distance. I think there's good news that that's probably coming. Restaurants and stores are likely to be opening shortly. I think the beaches are going to be open a bit. We're going to have to stay 6 feet. This is good news for us, but it's also concerning. The virus hasn't left us yet. There are more cases to be discovered, even in our own city. And so, we must be diligent in being careful. It is always our task to reflect the attitude of Christ, to possess the personality of God within us. It is always our task to represent Christ well in our public and in our private life. And one of the ways we do that best is by not being the complainer. So whether you're frustrated at yourself for feeling agitated, or you're finding joy because you like to complain, let's set those things aside. Let's breathe in this personality of Christ. Let's see it in this magnificent day. Let's step outside. Breathe it in. Sit for a moment. Make yourself the list of what's good in your life. Make yourself a little mental list of what you're thankful for in this life. Make a little list of the people who reflect the personality of Christ and say, oh God, may I be a bit more like them today. It's Friday. May you find hope. May you live in your hope. And may you reflect hope to others. It's Friday. The blessings of God are yours. Amen.